What up, what up, what up, traders? How you guys doing today? Me, as you can see, I'm down. I'm down big. I'm down 352 bucks. Yikes. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I wasn't green on anything. Everything was red. I mean, I just had a terrible day. I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened with two of them, but yeah, it was a doozy today. I guess I was just out of it. My mind must have been somewhere else. I have no clue. But I do know where I went wrong with one stock. So I'm gonna take you right into it, guys. Yeah, so it's a part of the business, man. But I probably could have minimized it if I would have just used 300 shares instead of 500 for. Well, I did use 300 on some of these, but I should have just kept it at 300, and I mean it would have brought it down to like 200 or something like that. But either way, a loss is a loss. So let me start with the AMRS. That trade, man, that sucker just got me out of there from the very beginning. And look at that thing now. But anyway, the first mistake I made was I traded pre-market. I usually don't trade pre-market. If you look at most of my recaps, it's after the bell or at the bell. So that was my first mistake. I made my first trade here at what time was it? 8:06 in the morning. 8:06. So that was very early. Actually, it was like right after I got off of the live screen. Um, so yeah, that was the first mistake. And then now, this is what happened. Well, let me see here. So I saw it around. I saw it as it was jumping up here when it first started jumping up at 8 o'clock. And what happened was I got in short because I saw how extended it was. But only thing is, I got in too early. You know, timing is everything in this market because you could be right. You could be absolutely right in the direction of the stock. The stock is gonna go. You know, you can say, oh yeah, it's gonna definitely go down or it's definitely gonna go up or whatever. But if you're in the wrong timing, you know, it could just throw off everything. And that's what happened with me. I got in a little too early. I got in at 5.11, $5.11 at 8:06. So that was about in this area here, this area on this long candle here. So I had the right idea. But the thing is, I have a stop loss. I have a certain stop, and if it goes to that or past that, I don't care what direction it's gonna go. I gotta get out. So once I got in at 511, it got shot all the way up to 549, and actually that's what it hit again here. It's hitting there now. It just touched that high again. But anyway, it got to that same point early this morning, 549. So I had to get out. You know, it shot up so quickly at that. You know, my stop was at 525, but it shot. You know, if you saw how fast the time and sales, I'm sorry, the level two was moving. It shot up from like 511 to 520, and then from 520 to like 539, and then 545. So it's like, oh, wow, this thing is moving fast. So let me just get out. I'm not gonna wait for it to try to come back down or anything like that. Let me just go ahead and get out, and that's what I did. I got out at 540, so that was like almost a 30-cent loss there. That's $150 almost. Well, as you can see here, $145 loss. Um, then what did I do? I took it to the long side. I should have kept my bias. Should have kept it. You know, if I'm thinking it's gonna go lower, I should just continue to short it if I'm gonna do anything with it. But I tell you honestly, I was watching this stock and it was not an easy one to trade. It wasn't easy because it was just all around. You know, it was a lot of buying at one point, then a lot of selling at one point, then a lot of buying again, then a lot of selling. It just didn't seem like it could pick a direction. So, you know, it whipped me out of there pretty good. I took two total trades on it, and just those two trades, as you can see here, is like $220 loss just on this one stock. So and then again, like I said, I was playing 500 shares, so that's what really kind of killed me. I think I should have stuck with the 300. What happens is my hotkeys are right next to each other. That's not an excuse because I should know better. But sometimes I actually do make the mistake of hitting the one instead of the other. I have the 500 share. I have the 300 share right next to that, and then I have like a 200 and a 100 share key. Like all of them are right next to each other. And usually in the heat of the moment, I just click the one that I'm used to hitting because I use that I change that button around all the time. Like that button sometimes means buy most of your buying power. Sometimes that button is 500 shares. So I'm just used to hitting that button and I hit it, and it's nobody's fault but my own. Yeah, so yeah, that sucker whipped me out. Oh yeah, so the reason I jumped back in, let me see here. It was 821. So that's around this area. I saw it bouncing off. Well, I saw it at the moving averages. As you can see here, I'll zoom in here at 821. You can see my mindset. It was right here, and like I said, it acted like it wanted to go back up, but it just was a total fake out all the way around, and it held around this 480 area for a long time. Well, for a good little while, and you can see it here. It held around there, so that gave me confidence that it was definitely going to shoot up back over the fives. Possibly, I was looking at about a 520 target. Well, it didn't do that, so all it did is straight fall off. I mean, if I would have held from, and another problem was I did not. When I initially saw this trade jumping up, I did not look at the daily chart originally. I just strictly was looking at the minutes, the minute, 1 minute, 5 minute. Had I would have saw the 200 day just above, I would have, and especially as I saw the stock shooting up, I would have probably let it go up, see if it could possibly go up near it, and that's exactly what it did. If you see this green line here, this line is the 200 day, the daily 200 day, and that's what it did. It hit it like clockwork. So that was my fault, totally my fault. I did not one time look at this daily chart. I was just so caught up in the fact that this stock was just jumping up. I mean, it was just getting so extended, overextended so quickly. As you can see, it gapped. I mean, it just shot straight. It didn't even, look at this. I mean, it just shot straight from 433 to 470. I mean, it didn't have anything in between here. It just was shooting up. Now, if I would have jumped in 511 here, which I should have, then I would have got a nice pullback to 456. But at that time, the volume really hadn't set in yet, and the spreads were super large. Like it was like 470 by 505 or something like that. So I wasn't going to get into the spreads tighten. And by the time they tightened, it was over this way in this area. So anyway, that's that trade. It's all my fault. Nobody's fault. One thing you have to learn about this market, in this market, to get better, you have to always take accountability, take responsibility. And it's totally my fault. I mean, I didn't have to get in that trade. Nobody made me get in the trade but me. So I have to take that L. I got in. I had the right idea, just was wrong time. Right idea, wrong time. So because I did go short, and had I held it at that 511 and let it kind of play itself out here and come back, I would have got it all the way back down to, I think it got down to like 40, 430s, 420s. No, it actually got down to like 410s. So that would have been a whole dollar. But hindsight is always 20. It's so easy to do that. All right, next trade. So basically, after that, those two trades, my mind was just in like, let me try to recoup some of this money. So started taking boneheaded trades. That's basically all that it boils down to for these next two trades. So Lev Bid didn't have any value. This stock didn't have. I'm sorry, that wasn't the next one I took. And this is another one that faked me out here. PBI. This was Pitney and Bowes. Man, this sucker here is showing all the signs of shorting it. Showing all the signs of shorting it. You see it got up to these moving averages, couldn't hold, had bad news. It has high volume to the downside here. You see the volume picking up, so that's selling pressure there. So automatically out the gates, I'm already, my mind was already thrown off from those losses. So that could have clouded my judgment here. But just after the bell, I jumped in this sucker at 9:30, as you can see at 9:30, and you see what happened to it. It was a major fake out, man. It jumped all the way up here, and after that, it started to fall off. So I actually got in at eight. I'm sorry, at 6:41. So it's about down here where this candle, this is actually way down here. And man, it faked the heck out of me, man. That sucker just went to the moon. But then it did go down. So two stocks, both of those stocks were very tricky because it did go down to six under 620, like 619. So from 641, that would have been 20 cent, but it just did a big fake out first before it followed the trend. So basically, what I learned today is, the timing is everything. I was right in my direction. I was right in if I would have held these stocks a little longer because I saw this fighting with the VWAP here, and but it just it's basically a fake out. This stuff, this stuff is what shakes a lot of us out. And that's what I learned. Is like, okay, I do know the direction, but it's just about waiting for the right time, waiting for the right opportunity. And guess what it did? Looking at the daily, it got up to the moving averages, just like AMRS. It got up to the moving, so maybe it's a good thing that you should probably wait for if you're near moving averages. Wait on the stock to hit a moving average or get close to it if it's close already, because that's what happened today. Both stocks, they were like clockwork. So it was totally my fault. It was nothing that the stock did that I could blame it on. I didn't have to take any of those trades, um, but that's just what happened. And the last trade, what did I took a couple. Oh yeah, LLB. LLB. This trade I shouldn't even took it because it was the stock wasn't moving at all. I took a long trade, just clouded. My mind was clouded, just trying to get back. So I totally went against my rules. That's basically what happened here. So that's it for today, guys. Big loss. So I'm gonna basically have to refund the account. Just letting you guys see the good, the bad, the ugly. Let you see everything. Um, yeah. So lesson of the day. First of all, figure out the direction of a stock. What way is it heading based on the chart, based on the volume, based on the news, the catalyst. That's the first step. But the second step, which is I think just as important, is the timing that you get in the stock. So once you know the direction, then you have to pick the proper timing so that you can minimize the downside of your trade and maximize the upside. That's all I got for today, guys. I'll probably be refunding it sometime this week. I was thinking about just taking the little money that's in there out. It's like $300 left in there or something, and then just kind of stepping back and reanalyzing everything. But I may go ahead and add more, but I just won't touch it for a day or two. Just do a little studying again, because I'm on the right track. I've been over 50, 60% trading. So, like I said in a prior video, when you are a 60% trader, even 70% trader, what does that mean on the opposite side? That means you're gonna have 30%, 40% of times that you're not profitable, that you lose. So say I made okay, so this is four trades here today, four trades. So say out of 10, this is my 40% losses right here, and then say the next six is winning. So I can still make 60% profit target. I can still make that 60%. So that's just trying to make it relative to you guys. So anybody that loses, sometimes you have to keep it in perspective. To your percentages. If you are a 60% successful trader, then you're gonna expect 40% of the time you're gonna lose. So out of 10 trades, four of them are gonna be losers. Or if you're a 70% trader, 70% successful trader, then three out of your 10 trades are gonna be losers. That's the math of it. All right, guys, that's it for now. I will catch you guys when I refund. I'm gonna still do the streaming. I'll do the stream tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to refund this account, And as soon as I do, I will be uploading, guys. All right. Until next time, guys. Enjoy. I'm gonna get out here in this good Florida weather here, and oh, it's looking nice outside. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the wind here. I'll see you guys later.